Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. I'd like to call this special meeting to order on April 26th at 1 p.m. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yerdon.
Present.
Herbert Yerdon.
Present.
Edward Gilson.
Here.
David Holst.
Here.
Roy Freehill, marked as excused. Jay Martino, marked as excused. Frank Lombardo.
Here.
Paul House.
Here.
James Weatherup.
Here.
Mary Ellen Chesbro. Here. Linda Lockwood. Here. Richard Klein, marked as excused. Patrick Twist, marked as excused. Stephen Walpole.
Here.
Nathan Emmons.
Here.
James Scanlon.
Here.
Lori Magana, marked as excused. Robert Wilmot.
Here.
Marie Shaw, marked as excused. Tim Stahl.
Here.
Noel Samuelson.
Here.
James Krasick.
Here.
Michael Soloway, marked as excused. Mark Greco.
Here.
Sorry. Frank Castelia.
Wouldn't miss it.
Mr. Chairman, you have quorum.
Thank you. Would you lead us now in the invocation, please?
Let us be thankful for the opportunities to serve our community. Help us to be kind to one another as we confront difficult decisions. Make strong in our hearts in which it unites us. Build bridges across all that divides us. Grant us clarity, courage, resolve, and all above. We ask for guidance in all that we do. During these unsettling times, may we pray for our friends and families in Ukraine. Amen.
Thank you. Now the pledge. Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Legislator Emmons, are there any speakers on resolutions of the day? Thank you, sir. Might mispronounce, but David Fairs? David Fairs? Yes. You come forward, sir. You have the podium. Our typical rules are 5 minutes, so feel free.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is David Fairs from 728 Ontario Street in Fulton. And I come to you because last Monday I had an idea to help reduce our number of people on welfare. Amazon is hiring 1,800 people in Liverpool. What I'd like to see is a feeder bus system throughout the county. It would move people from Mexico, Palermo, Valmy into Fulton, Hannibal, Granby into Fulton, Oswego, Moneto into Fulton, and then from Fulton either up Route 57 through Phoenix, or Phoenix comes to Fulton and then the bus goes up 41. I'll let the traffic planners figure out all those details. But the key is that if we even had 100 people at Amazon at a minimum wage of $15 an hour, it's $30,000 a year. That's $3 million of payroll after tax. Maybe that's $2.5 million of cash coming into the county. That would help economic benefits would multiply, but also there's a financial impact to the county taxes. By reducing the amount of welfare we're paying, it will reduce everyone's tax bill. So to me, it's a win-win-win situation. I understand Ms. Chesbro's already have a committee that's working on that, and has got several plans in place. I would definitely like to see that move forward. I think it's critical for the county. I think it's a tipping point for us, particularly if you think maybe someday that chip plant comes into Clay, another big employer. And if we don't do that, someone else will, like Madison County, and they'll be all over the news how smart they are. And once again, Oswego County will be looked on as not so sharp. And we've had a lot of bad press lately, so I think we need to hit a home run here. That's my opinion.
Thank you.
Any questions? Get it done.
Thank you. Any other speakers on resolutions of the day? Thank you. Moving now to Resolution SM1 by Legislator Walpole.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have the following resolution, urge to adopt.
Will the clerk please read the heading?
Resolution of the Legislature of Oswego County electing a cent per gallon rate of sale compensation use taxes of motor fuel and diesel motor fuel in lieu of percentage rates such as tax pursuant to the authorization of Article 29 of the tax law of the state of New York.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this will allow us to help ease the tax burden on the fuel and it will keep us working concurrently with our neighboring county, Onondaga County.
Yes, thank you. Any discussion? Legislator Castillo.
Mr. Chairman, I have a few questions, okay, and then I would possibly like to make an amendment or two to the resolution. Right? First, my questions are to the county administrator, if I could ask that. What is the estimated loss of revenue for this 6-month period?
Well, a lot of that's going to depend on where the price of gas goes, but the closest estimate we can make is about $1.1 million.
1.1 for 6 months?
Yeah, at $3.
Okay. Now,
Well, before we continue, my look at those figures is that sales tax figure was basically considered when gas was $3 an hour, or $3 a gallon last year. So that might be the difference between what the gas is and what our sales tax was based on was the $3 an hour, or $3 a gallon, excuse me.
what, okay, the other part of that question is that with this happening now, I saw what was happening in 2008, okay, I'll go over that on my amendment, but there was a ruling that it would be 90 days if we were going to change our taxes in the state, okay, with the state. But I know that that's been waived, correct?
If you were to do this today to have effect June 1, normally there is the state requires 90 days notice so it can notify vendors. The state has indicated that they can reduce that to 30 if you request a waiver and get it to them by May 2nd, I believe.
Okay, May 2nd or 3rd, I think is what it was. Okay, so what I would like to do, Mr. Chairman, is I would like to make an amendment to the resolution. At the last meeting, we discussed this a little bit about the tax, the cap, and we talked about how it could be $2, $3, or $4 at that point. At that time, I suggested that we go with $2 or $2.50 because I didn't know exactly what the amount was that we had done before. And you made a statement you wish it could be less. One of our legislators said that they're a little taken back that, again, that Onondaga County got ahead of us on this. And then there was the statement by one of the legislators that said this resolution is a reflection of where we are as a county in terms of very high fuel prices, our country, and we would like to move this to provide some relief to our county citizens. Now, what I'm asking then is I'm asking for a motion to use the cap at $2 instead of $3. Make a motion now, and I would like to, if I get a second, I would like a roll call vote on that.
Thank you. Do we have a second? There being no second, any further discussion? Legislator Castillo.
Okay, the second amendment is that I would like to take the sunset of September of December 1st, 2022, and move it to a sunset of September 1, 2023. That's what I would like to make the amendment of. If I get a second, I would like to roll call vote on it. I don't think I did a second, but that's okay.
Is there a second? Any further discussion? Legislator?
Mr. Chairman, just a kind of a point of reference, the resolution as written was provided by the state in terms of the language, and to Legislator Castiglia's second amendment, that they would not be allowable under state rules. And so that is why there's no
That
second.
is also my understanding, sir. Legislator Castillo.
Explain that what wouldn't be allowable, the second part of it, you can set your sunset wherever you want to set it.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. Phil?
My understanding is the legislation passed by the state recently only goes through the quarter ending in February, I believe. So you can only do it until March 1.
Any other discussion?
In 2008, we did discuss that, Phil. 2006 is when we put the tax cap on at $2 then.
I'm referring to the state legislation that was just passed.
Right, okay. But in 2008, we said that we can ask for a different sunset if we so choose.
It's not my understanding of it. It's as presented by the state today. Any other discussion? Legislator Emmons.
I just would like to thank the legislature for taking this back up. I do think it's a good day for our county residents that we have maneuvered ourselves to reflect what Onondaga County did and to their $3 cap. At the time that we discussed this resolution before, we had thought and heard that they were going with a $4. And so I do think the legislature for convening today to not only take up the language of this resolution, but to lower that cap to $3. As we all know, obviously, gas prices are really high, and as the chairman has stated, even though, quote unquote, this does have an impact on sales tax revenue, it doesn't have impact necessarily on the projected sales tax that we outlined for our 2022 budget. So I think this is a win in many respects for our county residents, and I appreciate it for the comment today.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. Chairman, that's 17 in favor. One opposed? No? I'm sorry, I just wanted to make sure. I thought I saw your
No,
arm.
just,
Okay.
it was.
18 in favor, I do apologize. 18 in favor, 0 opposed, and 7 excused.
Yes, you only, to be clear, you only spoke in opposition. Resolution SM2 by Legislator Stahl.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I bring this motion forward and I urge its adoption.
Will the clerk please read the heading?
A resolution adopting County of Oswego Local Law Number 3 of 2022, a local law authorizing the provision of mass transportation and the establishment of the mass transportation faculty within the County of Oswego.
All right, this time around, there is 100% more local law attached to this resolution, so I believe we are all qualified to move forward and vote on it. This is, as we discussed last time around, a kind of a cleanup resolution that is going to allow us to accept the funds that we're hoping to have in the future, and I would urge its adoption.
Thank you. Any discussion? Legislator Carrasco.
I just want to thank Mary Ann for the Transportation Committee, for the Transportation Committee, the work that they've done, and had I not attended that meeting and become aware that this had to be done by the end of this month in order for things to go forward. And like anybody else today, I appreciate everybody being here to take care of this issue because I think it's a big step for this county for people that do not have access to transportation, for some of them to begin to get that access. Good job.
Very good, thank you.
Change your middle name, Bill.
And I know Legislator Cheslow has put a lot of effort into this, along with some others. Any other discussion? Legislator Castillo.
I'm just asking the question about the facilities within the county. Do we have or will we have a map showing us where those locations will be in some sort of point in time?
Yes, we're working right now on pamphlets, on going on mobile app. A lot of things are in the works right now.
Okay,
As
good.
soon as we get a swap app, Google app.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. Chairman, that's 18 in favor, 0 opposed, and 7 excused.
Thank you. Going now to Resolution SM3 by Legislator Greco.
Chairman, I offer this resolution and urge its adoption.
Will the clerk please read the heading?
A resolution donating expired ballistic vests for the use of oh my goodness, I do apologize. Volunteers assisting for Ukrainian people in the military in their fight against Vladimir Putin, unprovoked Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, kudos to Mr. Hall for arranging this. These are expired vests that aren't doing us any good anymore, so might as well send them out. Hopefully they can use them.
Absolutely. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. Chairman, that's 18 in favor, 0 opposed, and 7 excused.
Thank you. Legislator Emmons.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move to executive session pending litigation with Addison and all the city of Fulton.
Thank you. We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?